What's up, everybody? My name is Chef Rodney. Welcome back to the Daily Chronicles. Today's episode, y'all, it's going to be controversial. It's going to piss people off, and I fucking love it. But my boy BERG from Medical Mondays is here. I really don't think that the gentleman needs any introduction. If you want to know more about BERG and what kind of cannabis enthusiast and activist he is, we're not talking about keyboard warriors here, y'all, in the studio. We're talking about actual true activists. Dude's got a voice. He uses it well. He's been in the game for well over 6 years now. Absolutely killing it. Him and his boy Roach. But, yo, I'm going to show you guys who BERG is as soon as we come back from this top message from our sponsors, No Road. If you ain't smoking Noble Road, you ain't doing it right. All right, y'all. My name is Chef Rodney. My Tokers, Jokers, and Smokers. This is the Daily Chronicles. This is where we sit down with the 5 dubs, find out the who, what, when, where, and why of this cannabis pioneer. So without any other motherfucking ado, y'all. I hate that, but it's the only thing you're really going to use. It makes me sound fancy. But the Daily Chronicles coming at you. Back. I'm the host with the most, Chef Rodney 117. Without any other further ado, here's my man BERG from Medical Mondays. BERG, what's going on, homie? How you doing, baby?
Getting high, man.
Getting by by getting high, right?
I
heard that. Well, man, hey, thank you for coming on the show, my man. So, for those of you out there that don't really know who my man BERG is, yo, peep his show Medical Mondays without even a question. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've learned so much from watching that show. In addition to the other available, shows out there, I believe that each one has their place. That being said, yo, you and Roach are absolutely killing it, dude. Like, some good topics.
I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Medical Mondays started before I was even involved with it, actually. My boy Olin, he used to run tapdetroit.com, and he's the one that originally started Medical Mondays. And then, everything got hectic, and he just got busy running the actual, radio station, and somebody else took over. Well, I stepped in and he asked me to become his co-host. And then he ended up getting into it with Olin, and then I ended up taking over. So since then, and I had to drag Roach's ass in, bro. He didn't want to. He didn't want to be in social media.
But now he's like, he's that token like voice of reason.
Yeah.
You know, the one guy in the room is like, all right, I see why you're mad. All right, I see why you're mad. Shit. Chill out, though. You know, that's the point. I appreciate that about him. I do. I think that together, you guys definitely have a different perspective, all right, about opinions, and that's the beauty of it, homie. You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers are like, yo, we can disagree and still be co-hosts, and we can disagree and still have respect for each other. And then we just move on to the next topic. You know, that's what it is.
Definitely, we butt heads on several things, but that's just looking from different perspectives. You know what I mean? Like we got. I mean, we've had Jamie and Rick Thompson. You know, Jamie Lowell and Rick Thompson, as well as Adam L. Brook on the show. You know, the past I don't know, probably almost since all this COVID shit came about, and we started doing Zoom meetings and everything. So, since they've came on, we've heard, you know, several different perspectives from several different aspects of the cannabis industry. You know?
Right.
Jamie's involved with a botanical company, and he used to be involved with Third Coast, which is the first legal dispensary in Michigan.
Okay.
So, I mean, the first time I ever went to a dispensary was Third Coast, and it was Jamie Lowell who actually served me up, bro. And I originally invited him to be on Medical Mondays when I was a co-host, and when he came on, I didn't know who he was. I thought he was just a bud tender.
Right.
And out, he was an activist, and you know, fought for MI legalized, and you know, all kinds of stuff. So
now I want to continue on with saying, Berg and I talked before the show. Anything that we say on the show is said out of respect. I want to make that we're not talking shit. All right, that's I don't want that to even be a thing. It probably wasn't until I brought it up, but hey, I live in the room, right? When we come back, actually, real quick, I want to cut to this promo, but when we come back, I want to talk about the MCMA. Stay tuned.
All right.
Next level.
I'm really excited for Ganja and Gains. There was a COVID scare with our host there, Angie Fear, and we wanted to make sure that she was okay there, so we're all good to go. There we go, thank you. Yeah, dude, that's going to be awesome. So let's talk about the MCMA, man. Let's talk about that. What's going on, man? Like, tell me, a random perspective, a random person, what's going on?
All right, let me pull up this article real quick, man. I was just fucking, because I was fucking putting more. I mean, I was just researching more. You know what I mean? Right after November 6th of 2018, when it became recreational in Michigan. Right after that, I want to say it wasn't even a whole week. It was only 6 days after it was voted in that a senator, well, no, he's a Senate Majority Leader, Arlen Meekoff, and he's a Republican from Grand Haven, Michigan. He proposed provisions to the law that the people just signed into law that would prohibit all home grows.
Okay.
You know, because it's legally right now in Michigan, you can grow up to 12 plants.
Right. That's non-caregiver. I want to specify that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody. Yep.
So, you know, once that failed, I mean, really, I'm not sure when it happened, when the MCMA was all, it came to fruition. They all formed like Voltron and shit, trying to fucking take down the caregivers. They're fucking got involved with Steve Linder, who's a piece of shit Republican. I'm not saying all Republicans are pieces of shit, but he's definitely a piece of shit. And he was against cannabis before it was legal. And now that fucking cannabis is legal, he'll accept money from anybody to represent them in their interest, as long as they have enough money to give him.
Right.
So it's like all these fucking cannabis companies come together and create the MCMA. One of the fucking companies was Pleasantries, which Randy Buckman...
Y'all had an interview with on your show.
Yeah,
I saw this. It was a great interview.
And he ended up, he was the president. He not only was a client, he was a president. He was a fucking board president. His lawyer buddy, Ben, who was on the show as well, come to find out the next day, because I didn't expect him to show up.
Right.
That was probably the worst move he could ever do, was to come on Medical Mondays. I mean,
but he thought it would save face.
Yeah. I mean, once shit hit the fan and everybody's names was being put out there, well, Clout King's name was on there.
Right.
Somebody hit up Clout King, and Clout King hit up Randy. It was like, hey, what's up with this shit? This was all Sunday night, bro. This was all Sunday night.
Oh, trust me. You and I have been talking a lot over the last week. I've been following it. You feel me?
This is the Sunday before he came on the show. So
okay. So about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was commenting on my Instagram post under his personal account. So it took me a minute to like realize who the fuck he was, because it was under his personal account. It wasn't under Trees. So like I ended up finding out it was him, and I was like, fuck it, bro. Why don't you just come on the show? Yeah. I stopped engaging. Once I found out who he was, I just stopped talking. I'm like, bro, just come on the show. Say what you gotta say. And he was like, oh, I'll think about it. So come the next morning, that's when Pleasantries put all those fucking notices up saying how they're leaving the MCMA and they're no longer involved and they're for the caregivers.
Can I point something out real quick? So right there, Pleasantries leaving the MCMA. I got you. I do want to say something though. I was there. I watched the show. Yeah, I watched, so I know it was said. All right. That's why we're talking about it, because I can comment on it, from a perspective, from a viewer's perspective. In addition to that, I'm going to say this. Listen, they said they were shopping verbiage, right? Let's say that first and foremost. Those same people saying, and I'm not picking. Listen, I'm calling a duck here, okay? They said they're shopping the verbiage, okay? How you gonna be shopping the verbiage and then they use specific verbiage? Y'all ain't paying attention to that. They did it right in front of you. All right, hang on.
Yep.
I know you did. I'm talking about everybody else. Then they go, all right, we're leaving the Pleasantries is leaving the MCMA. Homeboy still could have been the president the whole fucking time.
The president, and I personally think he's the one that started the fucking
MCMA.
Oh yeah, bro.
Oh,
I know personally, Pleasantries put in at least $10+ million themselves. It must be nice to walk away from $10 million, or to be able to walk away from $10 million.
I'm just saying.
So, all these other
it's quacking. It's quacking right now,
It took a week, but it finally got to California. DNA genetics fucking started,
Yep. Now DNA, just so the viewers.
Stravinsky's going on his IG live crying, saying that we're putting him on a fucking ambulance chasing flyer. Those were his words. DNA Genetics is calling us keyboard warriors.
Okay. So hang on, time out. If you got these people popping off, yo, this
is just
it's working. It's working.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Do it, homie. Do it. That's my point. I saw a piece of that interview that I didn't like.
Oh, yeah. Let me just add.
Yeah.
Pleasantries leaving the MCMA does not say that Pleasantries still ain't pieces of shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and
Bro,
that's the thing. Like,
even on the show, they were still saying the same shit that the fucking MCMA was fucking saying.
Because they shopped the language.
They're saying that the system is broke the way it is.
Right. Nah.
The only way the system is broke the way it is
you can't make more money as a company.
Is already put in place. There shouldn't be that regulation.
Right.
Before all this metric bullshit came about, fucking caregivers were allowed to deal with dispensaries. Dispensaries had way better meds than they did before, you know? And bro, now that fucking everything's restricted, they're all trying to make caregivers have to put their shit in the metric and then fucking have it tested and then taken back out to put back into caregivers and charge them a fucking fee to do so. Like an exchange. Oh, are you like? If you're paying all that, what's up? Like, can I fucking get into the market too? Are you guys gonna start carrying my shit in your dispos? You know what I mean? Like, no.
Yeah, like you can't have your cake and eat it too. That's really what it comes down to here. Okay, and it's we're all familiar with that saying, but well, how does it apply to the situation? Well, let me explain. Everyone involved in cannabis right now, you and I talking, all the viewers, okay, we collectively, and the OGs like Adam, John Sinclair, Boston George, all of those people have fought to get us to where we're at. We love it. Chronic Illusions. Shout out. I gotta come see what that's all about, dude. I really do. We'll meet up. The point is, yo, I was at Hash Bash this year. You understand? I can prove that. That's my point. That's an activist thing. Going to these, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I try to make it to all of these things, but so if I can't go to one, I'm sorry. I don't know about every single one of them because I'm new. I used to go to all of them, but I don't know, man. There's only so far I'll go. It's travel time for me, bro. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I get that, but at the same time, like, I don't want to take away from, we're not taking away from them is what I'm trying to say. So I'm kind of offended by the keyboard warriors thing, a little bit, but not really, because I don't have a place to be offended and I don't really give a shit. So take it with a grain of salt, I guess.
Bro, I mean, for everybody out there who don't know me, like, there's a hashtag out there, and it's fuck you, BERG. Look that up. You'll figure out why.
Hashtag fuck you, BERG. All right, let's get it. I mean, if there's a hashtag, you're doing something right. That's all I'm saying.
The hashtag.
Oh man, I love it. Well, we need to move on to the 5 dubs, bro. I know you've heard about it, and you were asking me earlier, what is the 5 dubs and stuff like that. After this next little commercial break, showing you some amazing, awesome clothing here in Michigan. Huh?
Am I getting paid for this? No.
Oh shit, no, we getting hooked up. Actually, no. What size shirt do you wear? I can definitely get you a shirt.
I'm not trying to make no money.
Oh no, I was talking about the shirt. The shirts are fire, I'm telling you. It says the shirts say was it motivated stoners do exist?
Oh yeah. No, they
do. You're talking to them, but yo, peep this and we'll come back with the first time dubs. That's mycannamerch.com. I absolutely love their stuff, man. Like, they definitely have some pretty baller shit. I don't know where my shirt went. It's probably in the laundry, but who gives a shit about that? First time dubs, Berg. If you're ready, man, we'll dive right into it, homie. What's up?
I just took a big ass hit. I was coughing my ass off. I had to mute my mic back. All right, I'm back.
You're not the only one. I love commercial breaks because they usually end up smoking, but all right, dab time. First time dubs. Who, what, when, where, and why? Berg, who was the first person you smoked weed with?
My boy Colin.
All right, all right.
Man.
First time dubs. Who, what, when, where, and why? What was the first thing y'all smoked?
First
You didn't
time
get high?
Weed, I really didn't get high.
Oh, that
First
sucks.
First time I got high, is that another question? Or
It is now.
question?
No, it's a different question. That's a different context. Yeah, when's the first time you fucking got high? Let's go with that.
All right. It was yet again Colin, my boy Rudy, and my boy Sam. We all
Colin sounds like a really good influence so far.
we had we hotboxed my boy Rudy's 78 Monte Carlo. 78 Monte Carlo. The cabin in that bitch isn't that big, man. It's really tight in there. And we fucking blew that bitch up with 4 king size orange fucking big ass fucking. They were cannons, bro. At least 2 grammars.
2 grammars to the dome. That's what I roll. Yeah.
And we had 4 of them.
Mm.
I don't know the reasoning, but we were passing them. We could have just smoked them all to ourselves, but we were passing. Right. And
you just had that roto going, man.
Like, it was like that half-baked moment, in the movie where they're all in, like, slow motion and shit. Dog, it was like that, bro. I swear. We walked up in this Coney Island in Wyandotte, Michigan. Bro, I swear I felt like I was fucking just floating there.
I love it, man. Dude,
but it was what we called back in the day, like super Reggies. They were like mid-grade. You know what I mean?
I actually remember that. There was like super than unleaded.
Like dirt, swag.
Yeah.
All that shit. And there's the mid-grade shit. That shit was neon. It still had seeds in it, but that shit was
so many seeds in it. So many seeds in it, dude.
Used to call it, some of this shit I used to call machine gun funk. Because I had a metal rolling tray. And like, dog, sometimes breaking up that weed, like it sound like fucking it sound like the fucking shells hitting the ground. Like
tink 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 tink. Shit.
Machine gun funk, David.
Like, I love it when people are like, yo, you might find a few seeds. What I heard was, I stressed the fuck out of my plants.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. But hey, listen, like, it's unfortunate when that happens. Sometimes there's a light leak that you don't know about or whatever have you, or you can't see or something,
and fucking,
yep.
Some cross-pollination and
exactly. Like, there's so many variables.
Yeah.
So, I mean, without purposely knowing, like, what you did to fuck up, per se, you're not really going to know what happened,
My boy said fucking the AC unit had a fucking, a red light on it or some shit. It was LED. Huh. And it made one plant herm out. After he taped the fucking light, he never had a problem again, bro.
Huh.
Like, it's the littlest shit.
Yeah. That's why, like, see, I've dabbled, and you might disagree with this, but I dabble both in photos and in autoflowers. So I've always got a crop coming up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because, let's face it, I smoke a lot of weed.
Bro.
Huh?
I only grew once, and it was back in the hood, back when shit was still illegal. But I used to smoke on my back porch. And I just throw the seeds off the back porch. Well, a couple plants popped up in front of the gas meter. In front of the gas meter. So I was like, oh, fuck. I got transplant these bitches.
Fuck.
So I transplanted them, and only one lived, bro. Only one of
No
them
shit.
out of five I transplanted, only one of them lived. And then on top of it, I transplanted it. I had some dude come over and give me an estimate on my roof to fucking. So as he was inspecting my roof, he stepped on my 3 foot fucking plant, bro.
What?
Cracked it in half, Doug. It was like
I'd have been so pissed.
It was like barely hanging on, Doug.
No.
What I do, I fucking took like a fucking paper from a blunt, and I fucking lit that bitch, wrapped it around the fucking plant, fucking took a piece of string, had a fucking bent up fucking
Tell me it survived.
oh bro, I thought it was dead 2 weeks later.
Oh.
Boom! It fucking boom, dog.
Yep. I mean, if you think about it, you just super cropped it is all you did.
It's super crap the whole
Yeah.
fucking point. Like dog, I'm
Jesus.
telling you, right where it was broken,
Yeah.
I swear it was like fucking at least 6 inches round.
Yep.
It looked like a piece of bamboo.
Yep.
That
Oh,
bitch
100%.
was 8 deep. I had a 6 foot privacy fence. It at least went 2 feet.
Killed it. Oh yeah. So I instead of super cropping, I did super cropping. You know, my last grow. This grow, I'm just gonna go with topping.
Or anybody who's growing. You know what I mean? This is like I'm talking about. This was like 2000, 2001 maybe.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in my day. Speaking of back in the day, first time W's, man. What was the first thing you smoked, man?
It was some Reggie.
Just out of a bowl or a joint or something?
Yeah. The first fucking chronic I ever smoked was some blueberry. And I swear it had to be fucking DJ Short's blueberry. Cause that shit, and it was like way back in the day, dog. And from what I hear, the way I described that blueberry, straight up, it had to be his shit.
It's proof that aliens exist.
Yeah.
I love it, man. First time W's. Yo, when was this? When was your first time like smoking a joint?
Blueberry muffins. What'd you say?
No. What you got?
Blueberry muffin. Native me.
Yo, that is my crutch right there. As a chef, I really appreciate a good blueberry muffin. I gotta get my hands on one of those, Bubba.
Fresh and moist. There's so many fucking edible makers out there trying to make fucking muffins, and their shit's like dry as shit, bro.
Muffins ain't supposed to be dry.
No.
But yeah, man. When was your first time smoking a joint? Like, was it was that first time there in the car?
First time.
Word.
I didn't know how to roll joints until after I started rolling blunts. We used to roll cannons, bro. Like, we used to roll, like, actual blunts, not cigarillos. Like, I'm talking about blunts.
Oh, you'd probably enjoy this little shirt boy.
We rolled a fucking... I want to say the biggest joint we rolled before, like, just, like, shit went legal. We at least rolled a 2-ounce joint. I know Roach and his boys rolled a fucking quarter pounder once.
Why? That's just what I want. That's just you're going one way up at that point in time. There's no.
I remember we had this one fucking. She made this fucking. We used to call it a blunt bomb. You know those big ass fucking Gatorade bottles?
Yeah.
Fucking, you poked a hole in the top, and then you poked a hole in the side. You know those fucking foot pumps to fill up like air mattresses and shit?
Yeah.
You fucking put it to the side of the bottle, put a fucking, we rolled a fat ass blunt and put it in the fucking lid of the fucking cap. Dog, just pump that bitch. Fucking just, dog, it's fucking insane, bro.
That's nuts, dude. So I saw this. I was flipping through the fucking shit today, and I seen that these kids were doing dabs off this nail that they found in a park, like in a park bench. And there's this like, so what they did is they cut out the bottom of a like it looked like a water bottle, plastic water bottle, and they cut a spot where they can stick the dab tool in. So homie's sitting there just heating it up with a torch. Then he comes in, puts a thing over it, puts a dab, and sure as shit they were dabbing off this.
Wow, that's crazy.
I was like, I don't know if I would be doing, because that looks a little shady, but
Dog, I seen a motherfucker the other day. He posted a video of doing a dab off an old school fucking cigarette lighter. You know the ones.
Yeah, in the car.
You fucking took it out.
Yep.
Fucking dab on it was just like
Damn, dude. And there were some fat dabs too.
I know motherfuckers who've been dabbing for years. They used to fucking dab with fucking butter knife. They used to stick
hot tokes
knives on the fucking stove and heat them up, and then put the dabs on the. Bro,
how you think chefs smoked weed in the kitchen, bro?
I'm like, what? Like, I never heard of that shit until he told me about it.
Like there was I worked in this kitchen. I was a line cook in this kitchen, and we would like in between lulls in the rushes and stuff like that, slow days or whatever have you, we'd be like, hey, who wants a hot toke? And like literally as soon as you would say that, everybody would look up.
The stove hood, because there was a big fucking air hood above the stove.
Yeah. Others didn't care because they're like, listen, if I just let them smoke weed on the premises, like I can handle any of the guff or any of the flack.
Anybody too. I was the first one there. I was there at 3 a.m. So.
Mm-hmm. If your job has you getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you can smoke weed. I'm going to tell you that right now.
That's getting there at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's starting my
Fuck that.
at 3 o'clock.
Fuck that. Yo, first time W's. Where were you when you first smoked weed? Where kind of like you were in the car, but where was the car? Like kind of like add a little bit to the background.
First time I got high, we were in wine. Yeah. The first time I smoked weed was when my boy Colin in his room at his house. But we were on the street in front of my boy's sister's house in Wyandotte.
Okay. And
then we went to get food, came back, and then we went into the house to grub, and then Wyandotte cops showed up knocking at the door.
Shut the fuck up. Okay.
It was like the worst fucking moment. Like my buzz was like gone. And then they were all saying that somebody broke into a fucking car down the street and shit.
Horse shit.
Like, shut
horse shit. Dead
end street, bro.
Yeah.
Dead end street.
You're like, those are our cars. We would know about this. Like,
bro, we just got back. Like, literally, they had to follow us back to the fucking house or some shit. And they're saying, oh, yeah, a car got broken into. Bitch, you just saw us come back.
That's when you go, yo, which car?
With bags of food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cops be slipping like that. Speaking of things that explain things, that really doesn't explain shit. But why did you do it, man? First time W's, like set the stage, like you're all there, you're getting past this joint. You just, why?
Bro, I didn't smoke weed until I was 18. I grew up.
Okay.
I grew up fucking, I was raised Catholic. You know, so I always had the fear of God in me and all that shit. But once I got old enough,
and nobody patria fili, pass to the left.
I mean, I don't want to put down people who are religious or anything. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not so much religious as I was as I grew up, but I always had the fear of God in me. Blah 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 blah. Right. And then, you know, I went to public school for high school. And, you know, I just, you know, had different experiences with different, you know, all around different experience at high school. And also, I didn't even fucking smoke cigarettes or drink or anything either. I was big into sports. But
what sport? Like, what sport? Like, would it be basketball, football, or just all sports?
When I didn't have sports in high school, though. That was my thing. When I was in junior high, as well. It was fifth and sixth and seventh and eighth grade. I used to play. I tried every sport besides football. We had actual baseball, not softball. We had basketball, soccer, and that's all I did though.
What do your knuckles say? I gotta ask you because my knuckles are tattooed first, or tattooed as well.
Year I was born,
Nice,
and BERG.
nice. I like that. Mine just say cook food.
Oh yeah,
I like it.
but
I like it.
what was I talking about?
No, we were just wrapping up the first time dubs, kind of explaining like why you did it in the first place. You said you didn't smoke till you were 18, yeah?
Yeah. I waited till I was 18 because I wanted to make sure I was done growing. I was always worried about.
Well, I'm sure the fear of God didn't
Yeah.
help that at all
No.
either.
It didn't eat. But now I don't have a problem eating like red meat on Fridays. And
Mhm.
shit. Like literally, dog. Like I was dead ass scared. Like God's always.
So
fine.
I come from a Catholic background as well, but not really.
Bro,
A lot of my family was Catholic.
Yeah.
My parents weren't.
Did you go every Sunday?
We did, but it was like a Christian denomination. Like it was like one of those southern versions. Like you ever seen those like old timey cartoons where the country music is just rocking and the lights and shit, or people are jamming, the music notes are all flying out of the church and it's just bouncing around the hill. That was the church that I went to. As esoteric as I can make it sound.
Yeah, I ain't never been to nothing like that.
I've been to, let me put it this way. So my babysitter, she was of darker complexion and she was black. She's like, I'm a black lady. Listen, that's what it is. And I loved her to death, Miss Sally.
I've been
Well,
to funerals and
oh,
shit.
huh?
That
Well,
shit-
you're the only white person there. I'm good with it. Like, you wouldn't even know. You feel me? Like,
I was
that's.
and
I was
the
raised that way.
I was the only white guy in my whole graduating class. Like literally, there was one Mexican dude and the rest were black. But bro, if I had a
They're just
problem,
people.
if I had a problem with it, I wouldn't have went there 4 years. Or
Exactly.
what. I mean,
Exactly.
like,
If I had a problem with it, I wouldn't be telling you about the story.
mhm.
That's what people don't get. We need to kind of, I wouldn't say normalize, we need to kind of tone it down and stop taking everything so goddamn seriously. Because if you do that shit, that's exactly what they want. You know what I mean? And honestly, I'm in it to smoke weed and help people. Like, I'm not really to argue semantics. If somebody wants to be right, let them fucking be right.
Yeah.
Take the game. You can't win, or they can't win at the game that you don't play. Speaking of games that we don't play, this one's terrible. I'm joking. No. After this real quick message from Mary Palmer, y'all, we're gonna get back into the favorite dubs with BERG real quick. Something that the viewers don't know is that every time that those scenes go by, I'm usually dancing, and people have a problem with that. I'm joking. Welcome back, you guys. BERG, my man. From the conversations with you, I can see a realness. You know what I'm saying? I can see that you're like, yo, real talk though. You're just pointing it out. Can I safely assume that you may or may not have been raised by the street?
My parents raised me well,
Okay.
but
That's a different thing altogether.
But I did but I did learn a lot of things in the street.
That's a and do you understand how those two are different things?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my parents, they raised me all right. There's some things that I here's what we don't realize, y'all, and let me reaccredit that view and make sure that nobody thinks that I have an affinity for one side or the other. My parents raised me the best they can, and I know this because here's the thing: I literally watched with my own eyes my parents grow up in front of my eyes. You understand? So there's some shit that they may have done that I can't hold it against them anymore. I got to let go of it, and we'll all get there. But they do need to be held accountable. That being said, I need to be a little bit more grateful, and so that's where the tipping of the scale happens, and that's where you can't show an affinity for one side or the other. That being said, I think that gap is easier bridged with a little bit of tokage. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting. Well, a lot more of that generation's jumping on the bandwagon, though.
I wish I could get my parents to smoke, or even to get edible, but yeah, whatever.
We'll get there. I mean, you know, my mom, before she passed away a few years ago, she loved it.
No, literally, I told my mom and dad, I was like, if you ever, like, you know, knock on wood, like, after, like, cancer or anything, I'm like dosing you. I'll fucking dose you.
You won't even fucking know it.
Yeah, exactly. Like throughout the day, you're gonna be fucking babes.
And you're just gonna be like, yo, I feel that Holy Spirit. Look what Jesus is doing to me. And you're just like, yeah, something like that. Can you pass me them fries though? You know what I mean? Like, fuck. But at the same time, if you feel that Jesus heals you, I do want to say, don't let me take that away from you. I'm probably the devil. It's fine. Speaking of things that are fine, favorite dubs, man. Who was your favorite person to smoke weed with?
Like in general, or like?
Yeah, just like in general, homie. Just like, I mean, you got an old lady, you best say her. This is that opportunity to throw that out there, throw some love, so you didn't get in trouble. You feel me?
Probably Roach.
I can see why, because he's that other perspective.
Yeah, just on the strength that we can bounce off each other. Like we can sit there and fucking roast one person for like 3 hours. You know what I mean? Like we just
each other.
Yeah,
for that matter, yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a no holds barred type of conversation, and for that, you know, real recognizes real. So, you know, a couple of pioneers and legends in the midst of it. You know, and I love it. And there's a lot of titans there in the industry talking one amongst each other. And it's interesting where people are putting other people, you know, when really it's just like, yo, the race ain't even started yet. Everybody's showing up.
Yeah, my whole thing is a lot of motherfuckers don't. They don't, and they're not used to giving credit where credit is due.
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest gripe with this whole MCMA shit. Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, shit didn't start off as me doing this shit for Medical Mondays or even my name for recognition or anything. But when motherfuckers are going out and talking about shit, not even mentioning who fucking like started this shit. The original list started out with 6 fucking names. Everybody else who's on there.
So let's settle rumors right now. Let's put all the rumors. Let's put this fucking shit to bed. Who started the memes?
Me and Roach.
You heard it here first, folks. That's not even a question, y'all.
But you know, big shout out to the Michigan Bros Grow show too. You know,
spreading that love.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we did a collab with them a couple months ago, had them on our show and vice versa, and big shout out to them. I mean, they show us.
I gotta sit down with those boys. I really do.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I want to put them through the dubs, man. And that's my point. And that's why, like, everybody's necessary. So you, me, everybody like that, we see where each other fits And we tip of the hat to the old OGs. That's why we're doing it. You feel me? We
That's
were just never stricken with a pandemic that gave us the chance to do so. At least that's the case in my. That's the truth. You know, I'm not denying that. I pivoted my career, but at the same time, it's like, fuck, I'm in it to win it now.
I also gotta credit the fucking pandemic to, like, you know, kicking us in the ass and
Yep.
actually getting fucking, like, we've had people from all around the world on our show. So
Yep.
not like trying to boast about it,
No.
right? But like,
It's about them, dude. It's about them. That's the point.
touched every continent. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But besides
That's I love
besides
it.
Arctic, or is it the Antarctic that has land?
Antarctica has land, I believe.
Or Antarctica is
The one down south.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. I'm sure we could probably get there.
Oh, if somebody smokes weed there, I want them on the show.
Yeah, 100%. Be like, yo, where are you? Antarctica. What are you doing? Growing weed. Shut up. You're like, shit, we just want to say hi, but yeah, let me see this, you know?
Shout out to my boy Jason. He's in South Africa, bro. He was like we had all kinds of them on the 420 show this year.
Yeah, man. It's funny because, like, as soon as not to make it about me, but I want to pay this homage a little bit to you, homie. As soon as I stepped into the scene and started doing the lives and started talking to the right people and kind of working my way and figuring out who's who in the scene, I figured if I'm going to work here, I need to know who's doing what. Just like a kitchen. Who's in what position, who's the boss, X, Y, and Z. Where does this shit come from? So that's the purpose of the show. As I'm learning these things, I'm letting the public know, because let's face it, they're important names we need to know. Homie, that's why you're on the show. You know, Roach he's coming on later. We couldn't line it up, but no big deal. You know what I'm saying? But he's coming on later. Honestly, I don't even think I fired an email or anything off to him, be honest with you. Sorry, Roach.
No, yeah.
That's on me, man.
My whole thing is just getting the word out there and being real shit. Like,
There's a lot of people out there that don't know shit. And that's what we're trying to do.
It's all
We're just trying to tell them.
You can do research yourself, but I'm not, like, it's all...
Prove me wrong. I'll learn from it.
That I found out for myself from reading articles and, you know, fucking just corporate fucking cannabis fucking shit. That's like
Googling words when I don't know what they mean.
On business pages. It's not even in High Times, nothing, you know? I mean, like, that shit ain't going on Leafly, dog. Like, they don't know that shit.
I feel that, man. Real quick, favorite dubs. What is your favorite way to consume cannabis, Berg?
Joints. For a while, I was stuck on but man, that shit, I think I'm just getting too old for that shit. I'll smoke a wood now, and it's like that. Like I'm like,
they don't hit the same.
One wood a day, if that. I haven't smoked wood in like probably like a week now. But
jeez, dude, I haven't smoked a good wood for like 3 years.
But bro, my whole thing about smoking woods, I ain't smoking a wood if it's under fucking 2 grams.
I feel you. That's a waste of a wood.
Oh
really.
yeah, bro.
Easy. You see that trick where you lay it out in the thing, pack your shit and roll it? That's brilliant.
I never did that. First time
I can't do that.
First time I ever tried rolling a wood, I split that bitch in half like a regular blunt. I didn't even know.
Oh shit.
And the people I was with was like, "What the fuck you doing? You just wasted a blunt." I'm like, "Dog, I didn't know." But I pearled that bitch. First time I ever rolled a wood, I pearled that bitch.
No shit.
Yeah.
Nice. I love it. Favorite dubs, man. When do you most... I'm sorry?
That's the key to it. You gotta roll it the way you unrolled it. Don't try to line no fucking leaves up, nothing. Just, it's already formed for you.
Just roll with it.
Yeah.
You can go forward, you can go back. It depends on how you turn it. I remember that. Speaking of how you turn it, when do you most enjoy smoking weed? Just all day, every day?
Yeah.
That seems the most anybody in the industry. It's just like, when are you high? Right now. You gonna be high in an hour?
Yeah. But like, smoke flower, but if I'm
Right.
out in public, I'll have like fucking. I'm not a big carp guy neither, but fucking shout out Nugget Production. He makes these fucking
That looks dope as shit.
live resin carts. They're
I have
fucking.
to get my hands on one of those for sure. For sure, dude. I love those little poppers though, because it's like, let's say I go somewhere to interview somebody and like I can't just take, you know, my weed with me and whatever, right? Boom, boom, I'm good to go. Because I need that. I have a social anxiety. But it's not like I'm not afraid of people. I just don't like certain people. COVID was kind of great for me because it was kind of trippy too. I thought I was losing my fucking mind because I was like, wait a minute, whoa, whoa, whoa. I've had these thoughts where like,
I still haven't been to a supermarket or like out in like public. Like the only places I've gone is to the fucking gas station. That's the most traveled.
fuck. I see
already-
people without masks now, and I was like, you're ugly as fuck. You should put a mask on.
I already fucking.
It's vain as
I
shit.
was done with people before COVID, so.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It was like I was saying, like I had this like, you know, dream or this epiphany or something somewhere years ago where I was like, what happens if I was Thanos and like everybody just disappeared? And I was like, I wonder what that would be like. I'll never get that wish. And then all of a sudden COVID and you're like, fuck, I kind of miss people. Who am I going to make fun of now?
I feel you there, but
You know?
I do miss cannabis events though.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah. There are still a bunch of events going on, you know, but it's like who is coming back from, you know, who did we lose in COVID or like, you know, who came from COVID, et cetera, et cetera.
Or
You know, there's a lot of of good things going on. Rainbow Fest was not too long ago. I think it's Hempade now, isn't it?
Yeah. I know plenty of people who have been affected by deaths from COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I know somebody I went to high school with who died from COVID.
Yeah.
I'm not saying shit's fake. So many people are out there just spreading rumors, but you know, in the beginning, I think they were padding the numbers, bro. There's so much false information.
There is, and it's just like so. And now, and hear this shit out real quick. Let's talk COVID. Now they're saying we've got these emails from Fauci. What the fuck? You know?
Everybody wouldn't listen to me. They were like, "Oh, you're crazy, bro."
Really?
The lab leak. It was from a lab leak. These motherfuckers are saying it's from some motherfucker eating a bat. Fuck out of here.
No. You can't get that from eating a bat. That's not how that happens.
Motherfuckers who have been eating bats or know which bats to eat. And,
Yeah.
you know, like, shut the fuck up, man.
No.
From a lab. Where's the lab? Wuhan, China. Where the fuck did the source?
Listen, hang on a second. Hang on. And I want to make this crystal fucking clear for our listeners. Okay? It's funny.
I'm sorry.
How are you going to sit there and admit that this virus is man-made, but you get it from eating a bat?
Bro, there's
People believe that.
There are thousands scientists out there that are like, that's literally not plausible.
No.
Like, that's like thousands of years of evolution for a fucking.
Like, if you're going to lie good.
For a virus like that. That's like 1,000 years fucking evolution for a fucking virus.
Mm-hmm. It was, if you're going to ask me, was it lab created? I can't confirm or deny that. What did I personally think?
Shit's from a bat.
Okay, if we're going to talk about bat people here, then I'm going to play the role of the Joker because I just don't believe this shit. I'm sorry. Like, there's a lot of it. I just, you know, and here's the thing. At first it was, hey, just wash your hands, you'll be fine. And then it was, buy all the toilet paper. And then it was, wear the masks. And then it was, oh, make sure you vote for this. It was just, there was a lot of political involvement when there probably shouldn't have been. Now, hang on, though. I want to bring it back to something. So, if you want to go get vaccinated, it's free. All right, cool. If you want to get vaccinated, get vaccinated. If you don't want to, don't do it. I'm not you.
I'm still on this shit. Fucking, there was
Get it.
stuff done in fucking University of Georgia, I want to say, back in 2020 that had to do with COVID and how cannabis could be a preventative
Correct.
medicine.
I've seen this. Yep.
How they fucking gave
It
COVID.
reduces inflammation, so it's helping people combating COVID.
They gave COVID to the rats. All the rats that had THC in their systems fucking recovered 100%. Some of the rats that fucking were given COVID and didn't have weed died or had some kind of everlasting
Complication.
side effect from it.
Right. Listen, smoke weed every day. That's what I'm going to say on that. But I am going to say this, and I want to end it on kind of that note and move on a little bit because COVID's a touchy topic, and that's what we're here to talk about. You know how it is. But if anybody wants to go get vaccinated, it's free. All right, cool. I get that. And then free flu shots for specific people. All right, I get that too. All right. How come if those are free and those are the biggest issue, how come we still got to pay for insulin or even better, chemotherapy? I'm just saying.
Why does the government think it's okay for insurance to pay for dick pills?
That's my point. Okay. It's so fucked, man. I'm so glad somebody else sees this. I'm not the only one going.
This
ain't nobody else see this.
Bro, you're starting on some other shit.
I'm not saying conspiracy theories are real. I'm just saying shit makes sense sometimes. That's all I'm saying. I mean,
DNA has no part in the MCMA whatsoever.
okay.
Even though they're partnered up with Green Peak and Skymet.
And Skymet is a massive company in Michigan. It just overnight, damn near.
Greenleaf is originally from fucking Colorado.
Yeah.
And the owner of that is originally from New Zealand. So, like, the motherfucker's not even from around anywhere here. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Like, I can't comment on any of that. That's not stuff that I know about. And that's where, like, I kind of keep my nose clean because it's like, yo, I follow that lineage, and that lineage is kind of questionable, but I don't know,
No, but one of the things about fucking Green Peak was Green Peak came into Michigan, and I forget what happened. There was like some kind of sexual harassment case or some shit, and then poof, like Green Peak wasn't Green Peak in Michigan anymore. All of a sudden, they turned into Skymints. So that's where Skymints comes into play.
So do you think it would be Skymint is the DBA of Green Mint? Or Green Mountain? Or Green Peak?
Bro, it's like a fucking, like, I could do one of the, it's like a family tree, bro. Shit's crazy. Yeah.
I guarantee
it. God, tune in to next Medical Mondays. I'm going to have fucking a diagram with all these companies and how they
fucking slideshow presentation.
Yeah, bro. Like,
get it.
Understand, like, they say I'm a fucking nut, like, whatever.
No, man, it's like I was saying, there's always a little bit of truth to a lie. The question is how much, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, sometimes when a person's lying to you, everything they're telling you is the truth. The question is what tense are they putting to it to make it, manipulate you to their narrative is really how I've dealt with those things in the past. Don't do it. They can't win at a game you don't play. Real quick, Fave Dubs, man, where's your favorite place to smoke weed?
Belle Isle. But
okay,
I'm not supposed to do that anymore. I mean, I wasn't supposed to ever do that, but technically now that the state owns Belle Isle, I used to smoke on Belle Isle back in the day all the time. there's all kinds of little secret spots you could just fucking sneak away to and fucking watch the boats pass by, smoke a fatty, or even just ride around that bitch. Have you ever been to Belle Isle?
I've been through there. I've never been actually like to the actual island. I think I've never been over that way.
Detroit history. Do you know that Detroit is the only city to border Canada from the north?
I actually did know that.
Did you say?
I mean, it's because it's kind of really when we look at a map of the United States, it's actually supposed to be tilted.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So I actually have a lot of friends in Canada, and they're like, "Yeah, that's great, but basically we would just, we would have it's north for us too." And I'm like, "Huh?" And that always trips me up. That's why I knew that.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I mean, it's fucking crazy. But hey, I'm going to Canada soon. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I know. And then it's confusing. I'm gonna get there and not know what's going on. Windsor.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Have you ever smoked in Canada?
Back in the day, one time, bro. I haven't been to Canada in years.
Shit.
We used to go over to fucking Don Cherry's way back in the day, though. I keep on telling Roach we need to make a movie about that shit.
Yeah, I'd watch that. I'd smoke weed and watch that.
Every time I went over with weed, I didn't get caught. Every time I didn't go with weed, they always stretch me and fucking strip me and shit, bro. I swear.
I hate that. Yo, tying it up in a neat little bow, putting the period at the end of the sentence, dude. The favorite dubs. Why do you smoke weed, Berg? Just why?
It helps me with.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, there's many reasons. Back problems, aches and pains, but mainly mental reasons. It just puts me at ease. You can ask anybody fucking around. You'd rather see me on weed than not.
Oh, 100p, man. That's how Canadians would say 100%.
Yeah.
He gets it.
What?
100p. I'm just like, that's cool. Can we not add Y's and shit to stuff? 100p. Yeah. So, you know how people are like, yeah, man, 100%. They're just like, no, 100p. And I was like, that's just, all right. It's a lot.
There's some Canadians next time.
Oh, dude. I know a lot of really Canadians. They don't say A that much. That's the thing. And then I'm just like, what are you going to do about it? And they're like, you're the only people that say that. I was like,
I love Canadians.
oh, yeah. I love Canadians. You remember that show, Kenny versus Spenny?
No.
That shit is hilarious. Look it up on YouTube, Kenny versus Spenny. There's seasons upon seasons.
What was that one movie? I want to say it had the fucking nerd. Yeah, it was like beer or something.
Beer Fest?
It was a Canadian movie. I want to say it had the fucking dude. It had the nerdy dude from Ghostbusters. You know, the guy who turned into
Harold Ramis. Yeah.
It was some beer movie, but that shit was hilarious. That's the biggest Canadian movie I ever saw. I don't think I've seen it either.
I can't think of it.
I keep on wanting to say Beer Fest, but that's that broken.
It's not Beer Fest. Huh. I don't know. It's going to bug me. What's not going to bug me, though, is the crazy W's when we come back after. A message from Pigfish Dime Mag. The new edition is out now. If you want a copy, yours truly is in it. I wrote a little ditty in it, as I usually do. Love that magazine. We'll be at the Cannabis this weekend. Mount Pleasant. I'll see y'all there. Here's Pigfish Dime Mag. Big Fish Diamag, y'all. It's fucking sweet. It's a free publication. It's in Michigan, for Michigan. Find it at a bunch of dispensaries, things of that nature, y'all. Homie, we're almost there. This next section is called the Crazy Dubs. Berg, my man, who was the first person, or who was with you when you just got way too fucking high that one time, bro? We've had that time. You know what I mean. That one time when you're like, all right, I'm just way too high right now, and you start having that mild panic attack.
Yeah. It hasn't happened in a while. I remember, you know what? I do remember the first time, and I was probably alone, bro. I was alone.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I was alone driving.
That makes sense.
Down in the hood, and fucking straight up. It was just like, bro, I was so high. It was like almost like I was fucking on shrooms. Like the fucking lights were like fucking, it was like streaming. You know what I mean? Like it was like, and bro, I got so fucking high. Like I pulled over, bro, and just chilled.
Good.
And like, caught my breath, fucking chilled, and I was good to go in like 5 minutes. But,
Crazy Dubs, what pushed you over the edge? Like, did you just, was it edible, or like, did you smoke too much? Like, what happened?
bro, I think it was just, bro, I swear to God, the motherfucker I was smoking with put something in it, but he kept on saying he didn't, bro.
Huh.
So that was the first and only time I ever fucking like got that high.
Yo, when was this?
Bro, this was like fucking like 96, 97, dog.
Oh, he got hit with the Reggies. Reggies with the angel dust fucking craze. Remember that shit?
You ain't never smoked a wet before? Like, bro, I just got anything in here besides weed, because hit them up. This is before cell phones, dog. Like, I mean, there were cell phones, but I didn't have one. Like, I called up on the landline, like, motherfucker, this, like, you better not have fucking did me wrong, bro. I knew motherfuckers that used to smoke, like, 51s and all that shit. I never fucked with that. Whatever.
I feel it, man. I feel it. Yo, where did this take place? Like, where were you? You were driving, right? But, like, kind of set the stage a little bit.
Like, I was smoking beforehand. You know what I mean? Right. I was already fucking, like, we already smoked. I left, but, like, I didn't get annoyed in until I was, like, I dropped everybody off and I was headed back to my house, bro.
Right.
So,
Damn.
Well, and, like, there's nobody around. It was, like, probably, like, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, too.
Right. So if you had to explain it to everybody, like, kind of what was going on a little bit, like, why did it happen? Just too much, or do you think it was lace?
I straight up. And, like, you know, I'm not a big spooky kind of guy. Like, I grew up down the street from a fucking cemetery. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, like, I've never been, like, one, but I swear it just felt like it was like almost like people were watching me. It was like
the anxiety. Yeah,
bro. I never had an anxiety attack like that.
No.
I got out, like, I straight up got out of my car and, like, sat on my hood for a minute. Like, I'm like, oh.
So a manic episode of paranoia.
Oh yeah, bro.
Did you hear voices?
No.
Okay.
So
you didn't kind of cross into the realm of psychosomatic auditory hallucinations.
Dog, I swear to God, I saw some shit, but I don't even want to talk about
it. Okay. Visual simulations. Okay. Huh. I love it, dude. I love hearing people's crazy stories like that, because it's like we're able to look back, because we don't have any data. You know what I'm saying? So if we could talk about it here, people could take away whatever they want. All right? If they got a question that's not answered, comment section below, like, subscribe, make sure you share all this shit. But when we come back after this, we're going to get into the plan dubs with my man, BERG. was trying to drum over here and I'm all high and I can't hear it. It's crazy. But Berg, my man from Medical Mondays, him and my boy Roach, love those guys. Check them out every Monday. It's at what, 9 p.m. till
on at 10 to 12.
Okay, 10 to 12.
Moved it.
Whew, I'm gonna jump on that. I think is what, June 14th you were saying?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. I would absolutely fucking love that. That's my point. Like, you know, unity got us to where we're at, y'all. We can't, you know, diversify and like divide that now. You understand? We gotta remain consistent. Consistency always pays off. You want to be the hare, you want to be the fucking tortoise. Your choice. Because right now, I'm a Teenage Mutant Ninja fucking turtle. That's how I feel. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as far as this MCMA shit, I mean, people can stay loyal to pieces of shit if they want to do whatever. But the real people out there know the deal. I hope more companies step away from the MCMA and vow not to fucking be associated or affiliated with any other fucking
There's
order.
too much money, though. That's the problem.
Yeah. Oh, I know. But
follow the fucking money.
All these companies came together and fucking joined together and like fucking Cannabis United. Cannabis United across America, vowing not to fucking take away, or not even, vowing to fucking vouch for the caregiver and not let fucking these corporations taking it away. Like, especially the ones that started off as caregivers, not these fucking, all these corporations that came into this shit just for the money. Motherfuckers don't even smoke, you know, never smoked a day in their fucking life.
They're the ones that say, oh, I just strictly love CBD.
Yeah. And they'll puff on a fucking vape and not even inhale it.
Yeah, they're like, sip, sip, sip. And I'm just like, yo, all right, well.
Many motherfuckers out
fun that.
Puffing and not inhaling, bro.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But at the same time, it's not about them. It's about us. Fuck those haters. I don't really give a shit. They can talk shit. It is what it is. Exactly. Fuck them. That's my point. Okay? How come, listen, real talk at the end of the day, you got to wash your fucking clothes eventually anyways, and everything's going to come out in the wash, homie. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. All right? Prove me wrong. Just make sure you fucking use some fabric softener, because, like, don't fuck your shit up. You feel me? Keep your fucking whites white, homie. Like, separate that shit. You're just take care of it.
And dry my t-shirts, man.
Get it. Fold them inside out before you dry them. Just saying. I'm saying a little diligence. Speaking of diligence, we're at the last dub here, man. We made it all the way here. So much knowledge in this episode. I can't thank you enough, bro. Playing dubs, my man Berg. Who do you wish you could smoke with, dead or alive?
Damn.
Save the best for last.
I smoked with a lot of people, man. I don't really put.
I don't doubt it. I don't. You got some stories, I bet too. I want to hear them.
I mean, I always, if he was really down to smoke, and like not just take a couple puffs and be done. You know, actually have a conversation and everything. Probably Tommy Chong, bro. I'd say Cheech too, but that motherfucker don't really smoke anymore, bro. If he does smoke, it's just puff, I'm done. I'm not hating on him, but I'm just saying I think I would have more conversation.
What do you think about Tommy Chong's brand in Michigan?
Oh no, I haven't tried any of it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of afraid.
I'll try it. Yeah, I'll try it.
Afraid to, bro. Same thing with Willie Nelson. I'm not even a country guy, but I got mad respect for Willie.
Oh, huge respect. You know, my mom, it's funny because Willie Nelson is some of the first music I ever listened to, you know, and without even knowing it, really.
I don't up on country at all.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I won't lie to you. Okay, I was 6, 7 years old. My parents listened to country, so that's what I enjoyed.
I admit, Johnny Cash is as country as I get, usually.
That's fair. I'll give you that. My name is Johnny Cash. That was like Johnny Bravo, really. But anyways, so I was raised on, my mom. I say this to everyone. I've been asked a million times. My mom and I only really agreed on two things, and that's coffee and Elvis. And so I grew up on this music. I won't lie to you. I thought it was like this huge deal to spend $15 on a Shania Twain cassette back when I was like 6.
Yeah.
you know.
My first album was fucking Run DMC, Run DMC.
Okay.
I had it on wax.
Ooh.
My second album was Beastie Boys' License to Ill.
License to Ill.
And it was on wax, and it was the fold out cover where it had the whole airplane. It showed the whole airplane smashing into the wall.
Oh no, I love it. That's probably worth some money right now. Not to mention, it's a tip of the head to M's album, The Kamikaze. Remember that?
Yeah.
So that's kind of, most people don't know that. They're like, all right, it's just a plane. No. Do your research and pay your fucking respects.
That's paying homage, man. That's paying homage. People don't.
Yo, that's why M's the GOAT, because he be dropping shit in bars people don't even know about yet.
Nah, these motherfuckers don't know. How much shit that fucking people still haven't got off his first album.
Yep. And then they'll play it back and be like, oh shit. And he's like, where you at?
Yeah.
I thought we was gaming. Where you at? I want to know where you're gonna be at from this point on, because I've learned all about you up until now. You understand? I've watched what you do firsthand. I watched what Roach does firsthand. I watch what you bring to the table, homie. It's all about what you bring to the table. Are you worth your fucking weight in salt? And yes, you absolutely are. Real quick though, playing dubs, man, with Tommy Chong, what would you smoke with him? Would it just be a joint, kind of dealer's choice? What would go on?
Yeah, I'd probably smoke a joint. You probably don't smoke blunts, but I'd definitely like to try his shit, and hopefully you don't.
What if he like walked up to you and was like, "Here, this is mine," and you're like, "Fuck yeah, dude, let's go."
Yeah, and I would totally fucking tell him my honest opinions. So I mean,
no, I kid.
Dog,
We'll see.
That's the thing about Medical Mondays. Motherfuckers will bring some shit on there and then be like, "Oh yeah, this is fire." It's like, it's all right, like don't come in here and fucking say you got some fire and it's
right.
Fucking, I'm not saying it's trash, but at the same time, I've had much better, bro. So
I've had better from worse people.
If I didn't like his shit, I would probably pull some of mine out and be like, "Hey, try this."
I mean, I've never really been one to partake in the dick measuring contest that is, yo, smoke this, whose is better. No. Yo, for me, the longest time a bag of weed was a bag of weed.
Honest opinion, you know what I mean? They come on the show. I'm not putting it out there. Like, you asked my opinion live on air.
Yeah. Okay, there it is.
Right now. I mean, if you want me to fucking hype you up or some shit, bro, I've had motherfuckers hit me up wanting to fucking pay me to like represent them, and it's like, I don't know your product. Like, how am I supposed
Let me try it first. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm not that guy, bro.
I feel that. And there's so much of that like culture vulturism out there.
I would back myself, what I mean? Like,
right. You knew it because you grew it. You feel me? That's what it is. Playing dubs, man. When would you like to sit down with Chong and smoke? Like, when would this, like... Anytime? Anytime?
On a Medical Mondays, dude.
There it is. He'd love it. He'd be like, let's do it. Dude, yeah. Hashtag Chong on Medical Mondays, man. Love that. Let me see what I can do. I might know someone that knows him. We'll see. If we can connect it up, dude, absolutely. I'd love to see that first and foremost.
He could even Zoom it. You don't got excuses now, man.
Yeah, exactly. We got the technology.
And I could ask him his opinion on the MCMA.
I would love to hear that. Yo, real quick, everyone knows a place, homie. BERG, if you were just gonna sit down with Chong and smoke one of his Chong choices, okay, where would you smoke? Would you take him to Belle Isle?
I don't know, man. I really don't know. I guess if he was here in the Detroit area, uh, I got a couple places I could take him, but one
Speaking of Detroit, tumbleweeds are a fucking thing, and I swear to God you're wrong. Anyways, no, I forgot. Because every time we come to Detroit, we see tumbleweaves. There's always a weave just going across the fucking road. You're like, I'm with it. I'm with it. I counted 4 last time I was there. Sorry. I love Detroit, but that's the only bad thing I say about Detroit.
wherever.
You know damn well Chong's got some Detroit smoking spots we don't know about. You know damn well, because he's like, "That's cool, guys, but let's go up there and smoke."
Shit.
And then next thing you know, he's like, "Hey, look
If
up."
if you wanted a chili dog, I'd take him to Dooley's up on BERG.
Ooh. I don't know, man. I heard he changed his diet, and like, I don't know if he's vegan, but I read somewhere he was doing something similar.
I don't know, man. I guess he.
Hey, that's just it. If he's healthy, it keeps him with us longer. I hate to be that selfish, but yo.
You ever been to? They got veggie burgers at this fucking burger joint. It's fucking fire. You ever
See, and it's interesting. It's going back to the weed thing, like everybody saying it's fire, and I take your word for it because like real recognizes real. But I've heard that from a lot of people. They're like, "Yo, go this place. This is fire." I get there and like, it's not. How drunk were you? You know what I mean? Like, oh, you got to hit a certain day. You ain't say that though. Like,
Mercury
not you.
Bar.
I was just saying.
Mercury Bar.
I've never even heard of that place.
It's across the street from Slows on Michigan Avenue. Slows Barbecue. You ever heard of that?
Yep.
Same, but they built a fucking. It's like almost like an old cafe. They got like adult milkshakes or regular milkshakes. You know what I mean? But they can add fucking liquor to it and all that shit. But they
can't add cannabis yet.
They got. Oh, I know. But they got mad fucking burgers there, different kinds. I always get the Southwest burger. It comes with some chorizo on it and fucking.
Ooh.
Oh, bro, it's fire. It's fire.
See, I believed you, but now I believe you even more because there's chorizo on it.
Oh yeah.
Anything with chorizo is. It depends on the chorizo, but it.
But they got a burger there that I know if I took Tommy Chong there, he would be like, "All right, I'm down." And then if Tommy Chong was there, we could possibly fucking get the whole fucking back patio.
Ooh.
We could be private and be able to smoke. That would be gangster right there. See, I'm just putting shit together in my head.
Manifesting it, homie. It's part of why we ask these questions so we can manifest this shit and put it out there in the universe. At the end of the day, B, all things considered, your history with cannabis up until now, your prospective future that we're manifesting currently, everything, all things considered, man. Why would you want to sit down and smoke with Tommy Chong? Why him of all people that are dead or alive?
And just watching him in movies and fucking like that was like the first movie I ever, or even like, it was like, yeah, it was the first fucking movie or anything I saw on TV that had to do with weed. And it was actually put in, a comedic fashion instead of, oh, weed is so bad and,
Right.
But I fucking, I used to love fucking getting high and watching fucking Cheech and Chong movies. And
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So it's kind of just a way to say thank you in a sense, which I'm sure he gets all the time, but it's like it ain't for me though, homie.
I'd love to fucking smoke with Pee Wee Herman too. That would be alive as fucking.
That's
I don't even know if he smokes weed though.
Yo, you should get a couple of those red bicycles.
Yeah, right.
And ride around, just cruise.
Ride bikes.
Just cruise.
Fucking partner.
I love it, dude. Pee Wee's Big Adventures is still one of my favorite movies. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is what it is. I can still be a fan and love the nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? Spank bank or not. All right, dude, I can't thank you enough, man. We made it to the end of the dubs. After this real quick message, we're going to come back with the 30-second philosophy of the day with my man, BERG. Yo, I had some of Hempful Farms dabs real quick. They're Gorilla Glue. It's CBD, obviously, and it says that, and that's what they are. They had, and yo, really good night's sleep. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, you take a dab, you know, wait 20, 30 minutes or so, because it's really bad to smoke and then lay immediately down. It's bad, really bad for you. And then go to sleep, man. You know what I'm saying? I've slept great. So much so that I have a continual supply of that just rolling through my crib. Gotta have it. But my man BERG from Medical Mondays, check him out with his dude Roach on Medical Mondays from 10 p.m. till 12. Hopefully we can get Tommy Chong in that area. Let's all make it happen. I'm gonna be there on June 14th from 10 to 12. We're gonna talk about all kinds of crazy shit. I can't thank you enough, man, for being here. Dude, keep doing what you're doing. If you're pissing people off, you're doing the right thing.
Go follow us on Instagram. It's
absolutely
at Medical Mondays. I mean, my personal is BERG.313, and Roach is Romeo_.
All of that should be down somewhere, scrolling, doing its thing.
It's gonna
eventually.
Add that shit. You better fucking add that shit.
Oh, I probably will. I don't know. Listen, I don't know the words. What's going on? What are you guys doing? I mean, there's so many lies.
Who's over there better add that shit? What's his name again?
Producer Phil.
Shout out Phil's in the house.
We gotta do that. You know, like how they would on Conan O'Brien, like pan to the producer. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Go back to this show." I fucking love it, man. I fucking love it. All right, today for the 30-second philosophy, we have Kant's categorical imperative, which I feel like we've already done that, so that's stupid. I don't want to do that anymore. Kant's left hand.
What?
Let's see. Does it matter? Let's find out. Let's find out. That doesn't explain masturbation.
Yeah.
Though I feel like it might. Immanuel Kant thought long and hard. Oh no, they did not just start the fucking sentence off with long and hard. Okay. Immanuel Kant thought long and hard about a dispute between Isaac Newton and Gottfried Leibniz. Newton claimed that space was a kind of theater. He called it God's sensorium. Cool. In which locations were absolute. It followed that had God placed all the particles in the universe 100 miles, 161 kilometers, from their present locations while keeping their distances the same, he would have made a different universe. Leibniz thought that this was absurd. He said God would have no reason to put particles in one place rather than another. Instead, he said that space is not a place, but rather the space consists of relations of distances between particles. Kant thought that he could prove Newton right and Leibniz wrong with a thought experiment. He imagined a universe in which there existed nothing but a left hand, a different universe if there is nothing but a right hand. All of the relations of the particles that were made up in the hand were exactly the same in the two cases. They were mirror images. Look at the picture, and there's a stupid picture to look at. Of course, it's two hands. Kant argued that since two situations were obviously different, space was more than distant relations between particles. Leibniz was wrong and Newton was right. Well, how does that apply to our current situation?
Ain't Newton the guy who fucking got hit in the head with that?
Yep. He's the father of modern. He's the father of gravity, modern physics, if you will. Yeah. Sir Isaac Newton. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I bet you he made a fucking little fucking apple bong with that apple.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just talked to somebody on the show that wanted to smoke with their choice was Sir Isaac Newton. And we were talking about that. I was like, yo, what if he smoked through an apple bong or whatever have you? And he was like, yo, he probably did.
He said,
You know, I came up with this theory that like he had this like little tool that he was like, yo, I call this a doohickey. What's this? Check it out. And it's like that little like video of the Tom and Jerry where he just spits the stuff up and lights it up and impresses that girl. He just grabs an apple, cores and picks it, springs a little herbage in it, toke, 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 and then he goes, oh, check it out. And then he just chips it and he goes, and it's recyclable, bitch.
oh, biodegradable hoe.
He eats the other side. He's like, what?
Tyson too, man. I'm
Exactly.
throwing all kinds of names out there. I'd smoke fucking hell with you, Mike
No,
Tyson.
I think that's basically like, listen, just because we're in the same space doesn't mean that we're going to be any different. We're mere images of ourselves, really. You understand? Different perspectives matter is really what that comes down to. That's my pull away from it. I could be wrong, but it's not about that. You know what I mean? Berg, my man, Medical Mondays. How long have you been doing it? 6 years?
Yeah, about that.
Jeez.
Probably
Jeez,
going
man.
on. It's probably going on 7, but at least
Whew.
here's me taking it over.
Mm.
Before I was involved, they didn't even have a logo. So
Medical Mondays, my man with you, my man Berg here with Roach. Yo, where can people find you, homie?
yeah, over on IG mainly. Also on Medical Mondays podcast. You gotta put that podcast in there.
We'll
Yeah.
probably it'll scroll at the bottom.
Cool.
Cool, man. I appreciate you having on the show. I'm really excited for our show on the 14th. Make sure you guys check us out there. This has been another edition of the Deliciously Dope's Daily Chronicles. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, my tokers, jokers, and smokers. Everybody be good. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.